All right. Let's get this party started here. All right. Go here. Let's go there.
So I think we should see some support in this area where we're coming into right now. See that?
Good morning, folks. Give me 1 second. We'll be live in just a sec. Actually, we're already live. We already are live. Give me 1 second here. Just 1 second.
Good morning, folks. Give me 1 second. Live.
Okay, here we go. Let's share the screen. Share the screen right here. Let me just turn on my lights and we'll get started. Just 1 second. 1 second. Righty then. Here we go. And now let me go ahead and turn this on. All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's say hello to everybody. Let's say hello to everybody. All right. There we go. We got Jody. Good morning, Jody. Steve, Devin, Javad, Gregory, Ivan, Ivano, actually. Sorry about that. Sapster, Manuel, Bill, Dave, A.G. Koopa, Stacy, Illinois Grain Farmer, Bull Rider, Al, Hefe, Richie. Good morning, Richie. Minnesota Matt. Good morning. Lloyd, Walter, Alpha Diaz, Junior. Junior is in the house. Jason is here. Ivan is here. Jack is here. Yuri, good morning, Yuri. Charles is here. Mr. Beef is here. Captain Beef. Mind, Icelander. Good morning, Icelander. We got Dave. We got David. We got Arnulfo. We got John. We got Robert. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. We got Art. We got Kevin. We got Steve. We got Keith. We got Stan. We got Texas Kirk. We got Victor. We got Jesse, Adrian, Hopium. Bernie the Bear is here. Sandy, good morning, everybody. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. I could use a weekend. Could definitely use a weekend. Let's see. We got Gene. We got Sherman. We got Mark, Solaire, Mookie, Gene. Eagle Beagle is in the house, folks. Eagle Beagle is here. We got Ray. We got Robert. We got Wesley. We got Peter. We got Mary. Bob is here. Good morning, Bob. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. We got Stefan. We got Mr. Dragon Don, retired police chief. We got Chris. We got Gino. Cheese Grade Traders here. Forrest. Moondog. Push 270. Oh, my. That's nice. Very nice. Let's continue this. We got Julio, Randy. We got Duzzy. We got Becky. We got Terrence, Mike, Moondog, Ann, Brian, Kirk, Shamens, Robert, Eagle Beagle, Sean. Good morning, Sean. I haven't seen you in a few days. Good to see you. Kevin, Tony, Henry, Greg, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Welcome back. Sylvia, Rock, John, Chuck, Doug, Goose. Goose is in the house. Good morning, Gustavo. We got Don. Good morning, Don. Also, we got Don. We got Chad. We got Deanna. We got James. We got Bob. We got another Bob. We got Rainer. We got Robert, Rihanna, Eddie, uh, Bruce, Ralph. Yeah, I thought yesterday was Friday too, Bob. Sandra, good morning. Moondog. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm scheduled on Sunday. I usually check the morning of. Karen, good morning. Karen the Shark. I know I'm not live on Saturdays. That I know. I'm too tired on Saturdays. Krishna, Maddie, Tom, Dallas, Piet DeBrock, Richard, Charlie, Steve, Matt, Mr. Costa Blanca, Delbert, Keith, Mike, Frank. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. 320 people here in 5 minutes. I love it. Jeff, good morning. Good morning from Scorpio One. Oh my. Solaire, Kevin, good morning. Moondog, still can't do pushing, pull up, working. Keep working at it, Moondog. It's a work in progress. Good morning, William. Happy Friday to you. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please do what I'm about to do. Go to right here to HD and hit. Don't settle for auto. Go to 1080p. Okay. Also, I'm not in a rush today. My assistant is out, so I'll be working from home. I don't have to go to the office, so I don't have to speed. I don't have to speed out of here at 9 o'clock sharp. So if we're a little bit late, it's okay. Good morning, Lloyd, Wizard of the Market. That's Clyde. That's not me. That's Clyde. So please make sure you're watching at 1080p, okay? And if you don't mind, if this is helpful to you, and I don't want to twist your arm, give us a thumbs up right here. One thumbs up. It helps us. It helps us with the rankings. And join our channel so you get notified right away. All right, let me pull up some links here. Here, I put up the CTA here. Here's a link for my afternoon show where we will be answering all your questions and doing more anchored VWAPs today, okay? Anchored VWAPs for everybody. People loved the class I had yesterday. I kept getting email after email of how happy folks were with the class yesterday. So I'm going to do second part today. That's going to be in the VIP room at noon. I'll take your favorite stocks and I'll run it through the anchored VWAP to see where it stands. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have fun together. It'll be more of a practical thing. Good morning, Carla. Good to see you. And here is the Telegram channel. It's free. We do advertise there, but we also give you a hell of a lot of goodies, and highly recommend you guys check it out. You guys will have a lot of fun there. It's a cool channel. Dave said, what are we congratulating Dave for? Dave. I don't see Dave. What did Dave do? What are we I want to get in on it. What are we congratulating Dave for? We head of Hilton morning. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, Dave Johnson. Congratulations. Hilton Head is so much fun. I love going there. There's some good shopping there too, by the way. I get all my clothes, not all, but I get some of my clothes there. Hilton Head is fun. You're going to have a lot of fun. Hilton Head is really fun. All right, all right. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Here it is. There it is. There it is. Bread and butter. It is. It's very good class. I use them every day for all sorts of stuff. I mean, you see them here all the time. I'll point them out today when we talk about them. All right, so let's begin. We got 400 people here. I think it's a good time to begin. I got a couple of nice emails yesterday telling me that this monitor setup is better. People can see me better. People can see my monitors better. People can see the screenshots better. So I'm very happy about that. Okay, looking at the market today, tech is up quite a bit. Let's see, the high. We're not on the high. We're actually coming off the highs. We're actually coming off the highs here, but we are looking pretty good. I like overall this trajectory here. I like how we went above this area right here. This is really good. I like where this is going. I like where this is going. Okay. And we'll talk more about that in a bit, but I just wanted to tell you, I like where this is going. As far as earnings, we have a couple of stocks reporting, but that's mostly from last night. And we're right now assimilating this right here, including Amazon, MSTR, Roblox, a couple of these stocks. So we are going to see some more follow through volatility. I'm better looking with the new monitor. Well, thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate that. I'll tell my wife that. All right. Okay. As far as Fed data, we don't have employment data today. It's been delayed till Wednesday. Wednesday. The stuff is coming out on Wednesday. Okay. So, on Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday. Today we have consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. Because we don't have employment report, this may impact things. But after all of this data and all of this earnings, I don't think it's going to have that much of a sentiment unless this number is really off. Now, last time the number was really off. And look at the year ahead expectations, guys. 4%, which isn't great. That's the sentiment from folks right now. Okay. All right. That's the sentiment from folks right now. So be careful. We got an interesting number to watch. Okay. Bond market. Remember what I told you? I said don't get too. Now the reason the bond market went up so much yesterday, we had a little bit of flight to quality. We had a little bit of flight to quality, which I think was not really necessary, but we had it. We had some money moving into cash yesterday. I don't think it was necessary. Notice we're at the upper end of this range and we're starting to peak out. And notice what happened here. Notice what happened here. And I think it's going to happen here. Good morning, Woodco. I think it's going to happen right here. Good day. Good morning, Francis, Mike, Miriam. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, everybody. Rebecca, Mary. Good morning, everybody. Joe, Jeff, Donna. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So let's pay attention. We are right at our VWAPs right here. See our VWAPs right here? They're right here. And we're about to go below the VWAP, which means this is important. This piggybacks off of the lesson we had yesterday, okay? Remember what I said. Remember what I was saying yesterday, how if we're below the VWAP, right? This is the year-to-date VWAP, right? Right here. You could see it right here, okay? That means if we're below this VWAP, everybody who bought bonds from here to here is in the red. If bonds go here, right here, that means everybody who bought on average, taking all the volume into account, everybody who bought from right here is profitable. That's how you got to start looking at these VWAPs. You got to start looking at where they're anchored from, how we're trading from that level, and you could see if we're above or below. So right now, literally right now, look at the VWAP. See this VWAP right here? See how it trails back right here all the way to beginning of the year? Okay? Or, here, up here, right? Second of the year, 31st, whatever, right here. Okay. So everybody who did any trading here in this area right here, this whole area right here is at a loss right now on average. Okay. If we trade here, they'll be up on year on the average. Now that's important. That's very, very important. That's important information. So you could see this trend line. I wanted to expand a little bit. You see we're in a down trend line and we're at the apex of that trend line. Now this is a very low risk entry opportunity. Why? Because you're trying to pick the high off of a low. So in other words, you're moving in the trend. You're moving in the direction of the main trend and you're moving outside of direction of the short-term trend. That's a valid move. That's called an A line in the direction of the main trend against the direction of the short-term trend, back in the direction of the long-term trend. So if this comes down right here, it'll be back in the direction of the long-term trend. So you have a long-term trend that's down, you have a short-term trend that's going up, and now it's starting to buckle. I'm going to say something right now. I want you guys to write this down, and I want you to remember it for the rest of your life. The lowest risk entry opportunities occur at the apex between the long-term trend and the short-term trend. Why, Roger? Why? Because you can invalidate the trade very quickly here. Look, if it's going to go down, it's going to go down, right? If it's going to go up, the trade is no longer good. The apex between the long-term trend and the short-term trend gives you the lowest risk entry opportunities. Hence why Uncle Roger likes to buy before assets are overextended from their base. Okay, I'm hoping that this will. Good morning, John. I'm hoping that. Good morning, Rock, Vince, Harry, Don, Hawkeye, Michael. Good morning. I'm hoping that this will all start to make sense. Okay, the apex between the long-term trend and the short-term trend offers you the lowest risk entry opportunities because you can invalidate the trade ASAP. Okay, enough education there. The U.S. dollar market. The U.S. dollar market, as you could see here, it's trying to go against this area, and so far it's succeeding, and it's right at the VWAP right now, right at the VWAP, just like the bond market. Which means if we start breaking down from here, everybody who bought U.S. dollar beginning of this year, which is right here, including all of these people here, are going to start losing money. So we got to be careful right now. We got to be careful right now. And again, remember, we're in a downtrend. We're in a sharp downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend, and this may come back down. As a matter of fact, let me draw another trend line right here. Very similar to what you have with the bond market right now. Remember, you're still below the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 200-day moving average. I did, Doug. I did. Look, right here. I said we're at the apex point right now. See this trend line? If we break above the 200 right here, we're dead. It's not good trade. If we come back down, good trade. Your risk is this channel right here. Look, you could put your stop right here. Right here. You can even put your stop right here, but I wouldn't do that because it comes out sometimes. But see how it glides down this? Look, main trend against the main trend. What's your lowest risk entry opportunity? Right here. You right here, that is your apex. What's your lowest risk entry opportunity? Right here. And you've got this much to risk. What's your lowest risk entry opportunity? Right here. And you've got all of this down. Do you understand? Capiche? Okay. So US dollars, see that? I'm saying the same thing. Okay. I'm kind of trying to trying to connect the dots for you guys. See, we went outside and barely made it above the 50-day and then came right back down, and we're doing it again. We have this downtrend. You're getting towards that apex. Okay. Gold. Hey, I remember drawing this trend line for you guys. And I told you if we hold this trend line, we'll stay here. If not, we're going to come right down here. For now, we're holding this trend line, our trajectory. We're building a base here. We don't have a bullish signal till we're recovered at least 60% of this line. Right? Right? Apex is the connection between the short-term trend and the long-term trend. Look, come here. You know what? I'm gonna have this. I'll tell you what. Today in the VIP room, I'll talk about the apex between the long-term and the short-term trend. Let me add it to my agenda. Apex between the long-term and short-term trend. Lowest risk opportunities. Okay, I have it on my things to do. Okay, so I'm not going to forget it now. So anybody who comes during lunchtime, here's the link. I will teach you that. And I'll draw it out and I'll show you how it looks on real charts. Okay, here's the link. Today at noon, if you want to know how the apex works, I'll literally draw it for you. Okay, and show you how it works on several charts. Okay, here's the link to the Telegram channel. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Right there. Okay? It's all there for you folks. Oh yeah, if you're just coming in here right now, I'll just say this really quickly. Please give us, please make sure you're watching at 1080p and give us one thumbs up. I just gave myself one thumbs up. Okay? I cheated. I gave myself a thumbs up. I'm a cheater. Your teaching has so clarity in the market. That's the whole point, Victor. The point is to give you clarity in the market instead of a bunch of confusion and nonsense. Okay. By the way, if you're in the pit, let me post this. But if you're in the pit, I'm looking to take profit on Taiwan Semiconductor at about above 337. One second, let me post that. Let me just post it before I forget. Three 337. We'll keep you posted. Give me thumbs up if you are seeing this. Okay. I just posted it in the pit. Okay. Anyways, okay, good. But I'm sure most of the credit goes to better half. Absolutely. The Clyde. Clyde gets all the credit. Okay, so gold. It looks like we're consolidating. It looks like we're going to bounce here. I'm not really expecting anything crazy. I just think we're going to consolidate around here. And I don't think anything is going to happen for the foreseeable future. I think we're just going to kind of stick around here for the while. We're rejecting this area pretty well. So I just think we're going to continue going down this road. But don't you expect gold to go higher till we break above this level? Okay. You wanted me to look at silver? I'll look at silver here. By the way, did you see a picture, the difference in Clyde? This was Clyde last night. Hold on. That you guys would find this funny. This is Clyde last night drinking Amazon down, right? He's got an Amazon coupon right here, right? Amazon down. And then this morning, he's ha- he's happy with global markets. Oh, come on. You gotta admit that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Gotta have a little fun around here, right? Okay. All right. Silver. Silver don't look so pretty. Silver's broke this like there's no tomorrow, and it looks like it's headed to this trajectory, which is, remember, short-term trajectory, long-term trajectory. And I'll show you. I didn't come out of these I didn't get these from my ass. Okay, look, you could see the trajectory right here. Look, see how the slope is right here, and it comes right to the 200-day line. And here's your slope right here. And I told you this is too much. I told you this is way too much. And it now needs to come here. But in all fairness, silver did gain more than gold. But we are breaking the 50. The next is 100, and then this is where it rests right here. This is the resting point right here. This is where it can come right back down and then continue building. Remember what I told you, moving too much too fast. Don't buy it now. Now, was I wrong at all? Was I wrong about silver and gold? No. Look at Minnesota. I was tempted to drink watching the post market last night. Thanks, Adam. Thank you, guys. Got to have a little fun here. I mean, folks, listen to me. Listen to me. Making money and being stressed out is not the way to do it. You got to have a little fun. You got to have some perspective. You got to have a little fun. But look, we're breaking the 200-day, we're breaking the 50-day moving average, the 100 next. This is grossly overextended. This is just craziness right now. Please don't make heads or tails out of this. Oh, I'm wrong sometimes too. Silver went up matter, none of the reasons. No, no, no. Forget about all that stuff. Mint, forget that nonsense. Please. Please forget all that crap you read on Wall Street. Just listen to me. Price never lies. Okay, crude oil, crude oil. I don't want to tell you this. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, and I know that some of you took a big look. Look, here's the bottom line. I know that some of you are losing money right now, but stop listening to those knuckleheads who keep telling you stupid shit. Excuse me. That gold and silver is going to continue going up from here. Do you guys remember we had a conference? T-Buzz was there. Jeffrey was there. Who's that young kid? There was like 4 or 5 of us there. It was less than 2 weeks ago. I told you, I drew these lines for you back then. And I said it at least 100 times. I said, this is the trajectory for gold. These are the lines I drew. I have not changed them. The only thing I did was I added this one, the 60% that we have to recover to go back up. But remember, I said, folks, this is Meshuggah. This is crazy. This is your first trend line, and this is your second trend line. I said it then. I said it every morning here. I said it a month before it happened, and I said it after it happened. And I still keep telling you the same thing, Alex and Jeff. Did I not say this? Does anybody remember me saying and drawing these levels for you and saying this is insane? We're getting ahead of ourselves. All you need to overcome knuckleheads to remember reversion to the mean. Yes. Do you remember I said it a million times? A million times. Like folks, how many times did I say it to you here? Right? I mean, at least, like, no joke, at least 50 times. At least 50 times. Okay. All right. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not crazy. Crude oil. Crude oil is consolidating right here. By the way, interestingly enough, what you're seeing on gold, you see this kind of choppiness right here, consolidation. This may be what. Okay, so gold, excuse me, crude oil may be a little bit ahead of gold, but you see this dirty consolidation where you have a lot of price action, but it doesn't go anywhere. You may see that on gold here for the next couple of days. Very similar to what you're seeing here, like this area right here. This area right here. I mean, I really care about you guys. I don't say the same thing every day for nothing. A zillion times. Thank you. Over and over, almost daily. Absolutely. Warned us for several days. Okay, there you go. Amnesia. A million times. Exactly. Don't come crying. Look at the videos if you don't believe me. I said, folks, this is insanity. I used the word insanity. Exactly, low IQ. Johnny, if you keep talking that way, we're going to have to call you high IQ, Johnny. You're making too much sense. When people start making too much sense, I stop talking. Okay, because they're doing all the talking for me. That's just good. See this right here? We may see something like this around here. Just high volatility, but price staying in this little box. Now I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn you, and I'm going to warn you. I don't see us breaking down yet. But if we keep consolidating here and we don't try to break this, remember, price goes where it wants to go the most, where it's got least resistance. If it doesn't break this area, it's going to start flirting with here. If it starts flirting with here, here's your next level. Okay? Okay. Matt Rich was on the other side of the desk from Clyde with a scotch in his hand. There you go. I hear you saying it when I sleep. All right. Exactly. Yes. Hefe, I like where you're going with all of this. Oh, Adrian double dipped on Taiwan Semiconductor. I said crazy shit. Exactly, Tony. Exactly what I said. Okay, the word I used was this is crazy shit. that was the word I used, okay? I don't have to rush today. I'm so happy. I don't have to rush today. I don't have to rush anywhere. Crude oil. All right, so crude oil is just consolidating. Bitcoin. Can you say the word capitulation? Capitulation. So, folks, I don't know if this is a capitulation or not, but you remember I drew this line for you yesterday, and I told you that we have a lot of stuff here. This was live during this broadcast. It was done yesterday. And I told you that we have a lot of stuff here. And there's usually when you have a liquidity pocket, which we have right here, price tends to stop because there's a lot of buyers and sellers here. There's a lot of buyers and sellers. Now, it would be one thing if I told you this today. But you see, I told you this yesterday morning, 24 hours ago, before this happened. Okay. So here's 4 years. Here's 3 years. Let me go 2 years. Okay. See this area? And I drew this for you. And I said, we have a pocket here. We have an air pocket here. And we seem to be stopping here. There's a good chance that Bitcoin will not break this area. Okay. And the reaction from yesterday looks like we could be capitulating. How do we really know if we're capitulating or not? Well, this is a good. This is very nice. I like how we have a high volume bottom, and then we have a nice break up this morning. But we're going to need to at least get to 81,000 or the 50-day moving average because we can come right back here and then come back down once again. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. And to me, this looks like a capitulation. And I told you that yesterday. I didn't say we were going to capitulate. I said, I think we're going to bottom out in this area. And I drew this area for you. Now, let me extend it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Did we stop for now the bleeding in this area? Yes, we did. When did I draw it? 24 hours ago. Does it pay to come here? What do you think? You tell me if you make money coming here to this show, or at least keeps you out of trouble. Look, see a lot of area. It's a liquidity. There's a liquidity pocket here. That means price has to really do something fundamentally to get us below this level. And I'm not seeing any of that. Okay? So the next level, we want to recover. We want to recover. We want to get the first thing we want to do is we want to get we want to get to these levels right here. We want to get to the 815. I'll be updating you throughout the day, okay? I'll be updating you throughout the week, but right now I will take this as a capitulation unless hold on here. Unless we start breaking below this level, and that level is 50,000. It's quite a while. But look at the air pocket you got here. Look how much liquidity you have here. So you have a lot of buyers and sellers here. You have a lot of folks who got stuck here. Okay. So anyway, just my 5 cents. And again, I drew this for you yesterday. I didn't draw it for you today. I drew it for you yesterday. Okay. So don't come say it and I was cheating. I wasn't cheating. Thanks, Bob. Thank you so much. Okay. China not really doing very much, just hanging around the 200-day moving average. Took a nice big dump the last couple of days, but it looks like we're consolidating. Now, remember, a lot of the stuff, especially the tech stuff we have here in the USA, has exposure in China, and China's been holding off already today and yesterday, and hoping the U.S. stock market will do as well. The anchor, it's David, get into a habit of calling it AVWAP. So, folks, listen. If you guys, I have a pet peeve, okay? I have a pet peeve. So just if on daily chart, it's AVWAP. If on intraday chart, it's VWAP, okay? So if you see me using the VWAP on a daily chart, it's called the AVWAP, okay? AVWAP. If you see me using the VWAP on an intraday chart, that's a VWAP. The reason the A is from anchored, because remember on a daily chart we have to anchor it. We have to anchor it somewhere. So please get into the habit of using the correct terminology. Okay, that terminology is AVWAP versus VWAP. AVWAP versus VWAP. Daily chart, it's always an AVWAP because it has to be anchored to something. Daily, intraday, it always starts intraday, so you don't have to worry about that. Yes, exactly, Hefe. So please, folks, please, out of respect for the perfect terminology, can we try doing that, okay? A daily, intraday, VWAP. Forget the A, okay? All right. Do we have catalysts coming in? We're having a very good session today. I'll talk about small caps and large caps, David. I'll talk about all that in a few minutes. We're just getting into the equities portion. Remember, I don't have to leave early today. All right. Now, I'm using a much bigger monitor. This is a 4-inch bigger monitor, so you guys should be able to see this pretty good now. All right. Minnesota Mats coming in. Chips, oh, yeah. Consumer discretionary, oh, yeah. Healthcare, yeah, Molina, right. Fed and Fed speakers, you're right. But you know what else, Matt? There was a couple of stocks that reported as well, and I think Charlie actually, I think there's a financial in there as well. Where do you get the consumer staple from, Charlie? Tell me. I don't see the consumer staple. I do have some financials, but I don't see consumer staples. So let me know when you see that. But anyways, you guys got it right. Pretty much together, you guys always get it right. All right. E-mini futures are up a little bit today so far, rebounding after days of heavy selling pressure. Investors are also digesting earnings on Amazon. Shares of e-commerce technology slumped over 7% in pre-market after unveiling plans to spend $200 billion on AI infrastructure, a sharp increase that outpaced revenue growth in its cloud unit. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I think it's today. I think it's this morning. Minnesota Matt, I think it's this morning, which is why, or last night. Either way, it would be consumer staples. Okay. But you guys are getting it right. You guys are all getting it right. That's okay, Ron. That's okay, Rod. That's okay. So let me tell you something, okay? I want to tell you guys something. This right here, now, this is okay. I think that investors were very short-sighted yesterday. I think that the fact that Amazon is spending more money on AI is a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that folks are being too short-sighted right now, and I don't agree with this. I think this is fantastic. What they're doing is they're saying, "Hey, AI is going crazy. We want to stay on top of it." Every penny they spend right now is going to be worth $100 a year from now or 2 years from now. So to me, they're basically putting good money behind good money. This is great. This is not a bad thing. So I'm not seeing this as a long-term bad thing. Now, technically, Amazon is shit right now. It's in the crapper. It couldn't look any worse. But I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. I'm not telling you to buy Amazon. My fundamental opinion has nothing to do with when I take action. Okay. But what I wanted to tell you was that I personally think this is just a personal opinion. I'm not going to trade this, but I think this is a really good thing. And Nvidia, Broadcom, they're all rising because this is really good. This is not bad. See, David, I didn't say it's time to buy Amazon. It's time to buy the strongest stocks. But I'm telling you that I think this is wrong. I think Wall Street, I think the fundamentals here are actually bullish. And I think that chip stocks are actually rising for good reason. Okay. University of Michigan consumer sentiment is coming out today. Remember, last one we had was really bad. We had really bad consumer sentiment, and it did not do anything to prices. Cryptocurrency stocks are down because of the Bitcoin yesterday. I wanted to do you guys remember I told you I wanted to do a straddle or a strangle on Bitcoin because I wasn't so sure it was going to go down? As a matter of fact, here. I guess not. I guess I must have put it in a different, huh. Anyways, so here it is. I wanted to do a straddle strangle on Bitcoin before the end of the day yesterday. It was $800, and I wanted it to be below. Maybe I put it in the main channel. Hold on, let me look at it here. Oh, 1 second. Huh, I guess not. Anyway, I thought I put it in there, but anyway, I wrote that if it was $600, I'd do it, but it was $800, and I didn't want to do it. I should have done it. Uh, MCK jumped more than 16%, was top percentage gainers on the S&P. Drug maker posted. Mara, Qualcomm. Dude, this is everything that happened yesterday. It's in the main channel. Okay, let me take a look. I don't see it. No, I don't see it. Oh, right here. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't. I must have wanted to, but I didn't. It's all. It doesn't really matter. Jobs opening fell 5.5-year low. This is interesting. Unemployment went up 20,000, which isn't going to make any difference. This is interesting. Bostic said on Thursday that inflation remains his primary concern, reiterating that still strong labor market gives central banks room to keep interest rates restrictive. Look, I'm on the same page with the Fed right now. 83% chance that they're not going to do anything in March, which I think is exactly right. We have consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock today. We have to be careful. Where did you see it, guys? I put it in the pit channel. Where is it? I could have swore I put it in there. Huh. I don't see it. Let me see if I could find it real quick. That's weird. Really weird. Thought I had it here. One second. One second. Huh. Let's see. Oh, right here. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. It's much more important when I actually tell you things ahead of time. So this was me at 318 yesterday. Look, I was tempted to do a straddle on coin with tomorrow's expectation because remember, earnings and and Bitcoin, Coinbase, right? But it's $8 a bit too expensive for me with the ATR being $11. If the spread was 550, I would do it. I bet you the spread is like $20 this morning. Anyway, should have, could have, would have. Let me know if you actually took it. Thank you guys. I actually did say it. No, I actually said it in the pit. Okay. I did. I did. I did. You know, sometimes I should listen to myself. Bureau of Statistics, January. Oh, the jobs reports will be published on Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay. Philip Morris, Biogen, and CNC is reporting today. So here it is. Matt, we were talking about this. Exactly, Shemens, hindsight. Philip Morris, Biotech, Philip Morris, and Basic Materials. So we still have Basic Materials. Europe, 0.61. Nothing really crazy. Defensive stocks are leading higher. China closed lower today as global sell-off in technology stocks continues to drive off sentiment. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. We're not out of this yet. Let me see what indexes are doing. Oh, they're doing pretty good. Pretty good here. See some SMH. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be jumping all over the place. We'll get back into stocks in a minute. Japan closed higher, reversing earlier losses, looking really good. Markets are looking pretty good today. Amazon slumped. We already talked about this. Molina Healthcare slumped. Chip stocks are up because of this news. Chip stocks are actually up because of this news. Okay. Adam says RTX second day I'm poised for profits only, plan on letting it run higher. I'll take a look at it, Adam. Let me make a little note out of it. I'll take a look at it in a few minutes, okay? Okay. I warned you yesterday. I warned you yesterday. I warned you yesterday that put sellers were getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Do you remember? If you don't remember, let me remind you. Here. Let me remind you. Okay. Put buyers are getting a little bit ahead of themselves as of last night. Too much panic to the downside. Yesterday at 8:33 in the morning, put buyers are getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Don't come crying to me and say I didn't warn you. Did you see me take shorts yesterday? No. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. I sure did. See, nothing better than evidence, proof. So we're now getting back into bullish land. Okay, we went from call buyers getting a little bit ahead of themselves to put buyers getting a little bit ahead of themselves, and now we're kind of coming back to reality. Volatility. Do you guys remember me drawing this line yesterday and saying I don't want to see volatility go above this level? I drew it for you yesterday. Look at today's high in volatility right here. I drew this for you yesterday. And look at the high today. Here, in case you don't see well, look. I drew this for you yesterday morning. Look at where the high candle is right now. It pays to come here. All right, folks, let me give you links. More A-line goodies today in the VIP room. That's right. Here's my free Telegram channel where I actually post these kind of things in the morning every day, 24 hours before they happen in the market. And here's Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I got to get to the Cam and Gustavo show. Okay, so VIX is coming down. This is really good. It's at 20 right now. 20 is a threshold for fear. I want to see VIX come down all the way and break 19 today. I'm going to put a little horizontal line here. How about that? Right here. We want to see VIX get into the green zone, which is coming down. The more VIX comes down to this green level, here, let me post a little note for you. Okay. I'm going to post this for you. We want to see it here, okay? Okay. I'm going to post it for you right now. We want to see VIX close today near or below the X or the green line. I just posted it for you on the Telegram channel. Hey, Infinitely, good morning to you. Kevin says, love the pit. It does pay to come here. Yeah, it does. Adrian says, ditto on being in the trade. 94% win rate in the past 2. Yeah, 94%. That's right. Actually, close to 90. We're close to 95 now. And my target is 96. Yes, 96. So I want to see us come down here, okay? Okay. How are sectors looking? Now, folks, I want to give you a visual today of a classic when things are aligned. And I talk about this all the time, but today we're actually going to see it. So look, this is bullishness right here, and this is defensiveness right here. Look, chips, Bitcoin, technology, QQQ, biotech, consumer discretionary, communication, and Russell. These are the most speculative sectors on Wall Street right here. They're not in any specific order, but communication, consumer discretionary, biotech, QQQ, technology, semiconductor, Bitcoin. These are the most speculative sectors. Where are they right now? All the way at the bottom. Where do we want to see them? In this order or this type of relationship over here. We don't want to see healthcare. We don't want to see industrial. We don't want to see consumer staples at the top. So defensive are leading. What we want to do is, folks, we want to see this list here. Let me draw it for you here. Let me do this for you here. We want these. We want this right here. We want these to start leading again. Here, let me post it for you. We want these red ones, these circled in red, to lead again, not lag. Okay? Not just 94, but the number of trades is what people who don't have the pit may not understand. Yeah, we do a lot of trades in the pit. Okay? Collectively, you see how collectively they're all next to each other at the bottom? Not in any specific order. I don't care what order they're in, but you see how all of these, well, these are the most speculative sectors and they're all the way at the bottom. Okay. I posted it for you. We want to see them at the top. All right. Oh, Dr. Luke, you're in for a good one. So I'm looking to see if this can change today. As far as momentum level, we've got pretty good momentum to the upside, 184, and we're not bottoming out yet to the downside. We only have 368. Usually we peak out when we get close to 450, but that's pretty strong momentum. But either way, we have good momentum both ways right now. All right. Healthcare is starting to cool off. Communication is still leading, which I thought it would not by now, but it still is, but it's coming off a little bit here. Here, let me Okay. Coming off a little bit here. Um, but so far things are good. I'm still very concerned about NASDAQ being at the borderline of a bear market. But I think today this is going to change. I think today we're going to see something positive. Okay. All right. Be careful, folks. Be careful. We want to make sure this isn't just a jump. We want to make sure that these gains hold today. It's going to be very important that for these gains to hold today. Okay. Very important for these gains to hold today. All right. SPY is holding at the 100-day moving average. I'm hoping that this holds and we reach the 50-day again. If this doesn't hold, we're in deep doo-doo. Equals weighted SPY couldn't look any better. And by the way, ultimately, this is the barometer. Okay. Because what five stocks are not going to drive the US stock market forever. Okay. So we're still looking very nice in the equal weighted SPY. QQQ looks like it wants to hold this area here in between the 200 and the 100. I would be very careful here, and I would want us to come back to the 100 very quick. I'm actually going to make a note of that for you real quick. 1 second. We want to see this right here. We want, excuse me, to see the QQQ above the 100-day line ASAP. X marks the spot. I'm posting this for you in the Telegram channel, okay? I'm being very thorough today. SMH is looking beautiful if it can get above this line, which I told you yesterday. So we need to get above this line. I'm going to post this for you right now so you could see it, okay? I hope you guys appreciate this interactivity that I'm doing here. Here. We need to get right here. We need to get on this side of this red line, okay? Chip stocks will look pretty once we get above the red line. X marks the spot, okay? I'm going crazy today with my Picassos. Russell 2000 is keying off of the 100 and needs to get above this line and really needs to get it back here. I think we're going to consolidate here for a little while. Yeah, it's nice when I don't have to hurry to go to my next job. You mean my current job? It's the same job. And by the way, folks, we have over 800 people here. That's close to a record. We need to get 900. I promised everybody that we were going to get over 900 people here. But we're not there yet. Let me just post this for 800 folks again. Okay. Yeah, it's nice when I don't have to rush. Okay, so right here, we got to get back up here, okay? All right, let's do levels. Let's do levels. Let's do levels. Oh, we need to get above this area. Once we get above this area right here, 682, you've got a nice gap here. Keep an eye on the upside today, okay? A lot to digest today. The market has a lot to digest today. Okay. Oops, my mug is there. Let me get rid of my mug. You don't need to be seeing pictures of my mugs in your chart analysis. Okay. That's the SPY levels. SPY levels. And I'm making these really big, okay? QQQ. Not much. Just tech is broad-based tech, and technology just can be all sorts of technology. Okay, QQQ. Ooh, my levels from yesterday are fantastic. Look at this. I just have to add some. I don't have to change anything. This is beautiful. Look at this. This is from yesterday. Let's see. Okay. Let me get these for you. QQQ levels. That's QQQ levels. Let's do SMH levels, right? Let's do the SMH levels. SMH. Let's do SMH. Wow, look at that. Look at the bottoms here. Very, very little change. Hardly any change, actually. Yeah, I'd love to see us break the 391 level right here. Okay, this will get you going for today. Let's see here. SMH levels here. Let's do Russell 2000 levels. Ooh, wow, look at that. Just a little few additions and that's it. Okay. Hardly any changes. There's a big air pocket right here. There's a big air pocket right there. If we break 260, we got a nice little air pocket here. Here's Russell 2000. Have you been listening to anything I've been saying, guys, about the S? I've been talking about this for all morning. We got a break above here, and then here's the bond market. Look how it's acting as a remember support, confirmation, breakout. That's a head and shoulders right there. A little baby head and shoulders. There. Sloppy price action overnight on the bond market. Okay. Be careful. Be careful with bonds. Remember I told you it looks like we peaked out? Be careful. Okay. Long bond via TLT. All right. Hold on. Let me turn my heater off. 1 second. Sorry about that. I got a little space heater in here. Okay. Now let's talk about stocks that we like, right? I got stocks on my long side, short side, and then I'll let you guys go and I'll give you my my theory on life. Hymns, hymns, still a bearish move. Oh, I think they had earnings, so let's forget about it for now. Let's forget about it for now. Let's move on. BMNR, Oracle, still like Oracle to the short side. Oracle to the short side. CPNG, nice breakdown. By the way, notice it breaks down and just consolidates, doesn't try to fill the gap. That's a good short. Weak short. You want real weak shorts. RGTI, Riot, Roblox. Roblox. I know it had earnings, but I'm still bearish on this stock. I'm just waiting for it to cool off a little bit to the downside again. Lyft. Lyft. These are stocks for swings and day trades. Lyft. Docs. Not Docs. Docs had earnings. Forget it. No Docs. No Docs. PSKY. That's a nice short right there. And the old D-Dog. Okay. D-Dog. Let's look at longs. Key. ADI. OKE. CVG. That's a nice look. NVS. Nice look. SWK. Nice. Form. Cost. Costco starting to come back up. Roll. FedEx. This could be a good day trade potentially. It's a little overextended here. This could still be a good day trade possibly. I wouldn't be swing trading this at all. Forget about this one. Overextended earnings or something like that. A lot of these are still having earnings, so we have to be careful. AME, Amtech. That's nice. That's very nice. AME, Tigo. You too, Carlos. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. You too. Thank you. I appreciate it, Carlos. I'll see you in the chat. I'll talk to you guys soon. Guys, have a great week. Tigo and TRGP. TRGP. Let's see. Okay. I talked about ADI already, Adam. I mentioned ADI. ADI was my second stock, actually. I like it. And you wanted me to look at RTX? I'll look at RTX. RTX looks really good. It's right at the VWAP, but it's got to get above. It's got to get above 200. RTX is good after 200, Adam. Above 200. Okay, above 200. Okay, let me continue. Actually, TRGP, this is my last one. That's my last one. All right, folks. Thank you, George, for doing that. Folks, here are my links. I will be in the VIP room talking about the VWAP and the anchored VWAP today, and I'll show you my favorite setups for both, okay? I will show you my favorite setups for both. Here's the Telegram channel. If you're not in the Telegram channel, I don't know what you're doing. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show from 10 to 1. I hope this is useful. I like what I'm seeing in the broad market right now. I think we're going to have a nice update today, but we're not out of the woods just yet. Please, please, please be cautious. Do not initiate big size positions. Volatility still needs to cool off. Okay. Volatility. I want to see VIX below 19 before I start going in hot and heavy. So I'm going to be dipping my toe in the water today, hopefully, but I'm going to be very, very cautious because of this level here. Okay. Please be careful. Okay. I'm going to post the video in case you want to watch this video again. Here is this video, okay? Here is this video. And let me post it in the Telegram channel too, just in case. I know some folks there. Uh, here. If you missed this morning pre-market, must watch. Me and 800 others suggest that you watch it right now, okay? Here you go, guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. My email is roger@rogerscott.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice day, everybody, and I hope to see each and every one of you in the VIP room. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks for being here. I'm working from home today, okay? Just FYI, I'll be here all day. Bye. So nice not to have to rush. Folks, be careful today. I like where we're going. We need to break through key levels, and I'll be updating you every step of the way as I usually do. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye.